Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable with yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully Enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, practicing meditation nowadays become a very popular subject. And most of time, we are trying to find some kind of mental comfort and physical comfort through this practice. Actually, this kind of methods came to world kind of like a 200, 300 years before. In the ancient time, meditation had a very different meaning. So when it comes to the word meditation, it came from a Greek root, and in Buddhism, there is a word called bhavana. So the bhavana is a word that give a meaning to develop, cultivate. So cultivation of your mind, cultivate your thoughts is another way called bhavana. So then it is just not only bhavana, it's called kusala bhavana. So the kusala bhavana means you are developing profitable skills. Bhavana itself, cultivation, it never used for any negative reason. But when it comes to kusala bhavana means developing your profitable skills. And in the Greek word called meditation is contemplating, observing, pondering to something. So when they translate it to English, they found out the very similar word, or the very kind of like the word that can explain the bhavana. They found out the meditation. But when it comes to the Buddha's teaching and the word meditation in the Western world, there are two different meanings. But now we use this commonly for all. But the bhavana, if you search the bhavana online, the word, there are people's names pop up. Actress, Indian actress. So this word itself, bhavana, is not popular word in the Western world. But somehow you have to remember, when you practice meditation, so what you do? So practicing meditation means developing your inner profitable skills, or another way, purifying your mind from the greed, hatred, and the delusion, and cultivate all the good qualities in you. So why we have to purify our mind? Because our mind always, with the perception, get attached to it and develop all mental formations, the cankers, greed, hatred, delusion, the lust, jealousy. So it's kind of like when you use something again and again and again, what happened? This outside dust start to come. It get dark. It get dirt. So the mind the same. Always when we have the desire to accumulate, by the time what happened? Our mind get polluted. So meditation is a method, we clean it. To clean our mind, there are many ways. So like when you wash your cloth, if there are some dirt, that just putting water into it, maybe there are some dirt you can wash away. But just imagine, sometimes when there is a kind of like a greasy or oil, or kind of like even chewing gum, get stuck with your cloth, it is very difficult to remove. So then you have to use different kind of chemicals, detergents, washing powder. So like that, there are many ways that you can purify the mind. But the very key point here, so whatever you do, always you have to remember, rather than developing the greed, hatred, the jealousy, anxiety, anger, hatred, fear, depression. So always you have to remember to develop the positive thinking. So that is one is called the kusala bhavana. So the kusala means the profitable things. So once you come to that, once you come to develop that practice, it's slowly going to take you to purify your mind. So this purification of the mind give you most highest benefit. Especially when your mind purify from the cankers, mental formations, the sanskaras, or the memories, that you are capable to recognize the perception very clearly as it is. And once you are capable to see things as it is, you are capable to understand how things come to be as they are. So that's how this development happens in you. So then always remember that whatever you do in day-to-day life, have some kind of introspection, look into yourself and see that whatever the thoughts happening in you, if it is unprofitable, and sometimes in the moment you may think, it may look like profitable, like as example, greed, lust, even sometimes the anger, even sometimes the fear. It look like profitable, but it never going to take you to wisdom. So then you have to have the effort, energy, taking a very conscious decision, uplift yourself, your awareness towards the loving kindness, generosity, compassion, energy, joy, tranquility state, equanimity. So those kind of things. When it comes to that kind of practice, today I'm going to give you a sutra. It's called the Vatta Sutta, the simile of cloth. Venerable Sariputta gave the sutta example, kind of like explaining how you can practice this mental the 7 enlightenment factors, 7 factors of enlightenment, Sapta Bojjanga. And even in day-to-day life, you can use it to any other things to develop any profitable skills. And it's kind of like a balancing and mastering your mind with profitable skills. So when it comes to the 7 factors of enlightenment, so it first one is called mindfulness, Satibojjanga, investigation, Dhamma Vijaya Sambojjanga, energy or effort, Virya Sambojjanga, rapture or joy, Piti Sambojjanga, and tranquility, Passaddhi Sambojjanga, concentration, Samadhi Sambojjanga, and equanimity, Upekka Sambojjanga. So those are the 7 factors of enlightenment. If you develop these 7 factors, that means it takes you towards the liberation. So how you can balance this? Because sometimes investigation, energy, rapture, it's uplift your mind. It's energize your mind. Just imagine with the calm, relaxed, tranquility mind, you can't investigate. So this all 7 factors has different nature, different character, but there are some factors has a kind of like a similar behavior. It can very easily can get harnessed. So kind of like a investigation, energy, rapture, those are uplifting the mind. And other one is the tranquility state, concentration, and equanimity, calm down the mind. So the mindfulness always, the mindfulness is a kind of like in the middle need for this all other 6 parts to balance. So there are some enlightened masters, they used to practice these 7 factors, kind of like not all the 7, but sometimes only 1 factor for a certain time period. And sometimes they used to master this during the day, the morning, mindfulness, and in the evening, in the kind of like afternoon, the investigation, and then later afternoon, energy or the effort, and evening, rapture, joy, at night, tranquility states, concentration, or in the middle of the night, equanimity. So midnight. So kind of like that, during the day, they used to practice. But there are some methods certain enlightened masters they use, they can practice this any enlightenment this practice at any time during the day. So that's a skill. They have to master it. So giving a simile of cloth, Venerable Sariputta explained how you can do it. So it's like this. Just imagine that the king has ability to select whatever he want to wear according to the necessary audience, environment, situation, and he can put whatever the costume that he want. And at the same time, when he appeared himself, he know what kind of comfort giving to him. I mean, it's not fit very well, and he know it is loose. If kind of like it give a kind of like a discomfort, even he knows why this discomfort come. So like that, mindfully he can use that whatever the costume he want. So then just imagine in day-to-day life yourself. It is very rare that you can wear that whatever you want. See that most of the time we can't do that. Even if you want to wear something, you may think, oh, I can, but look, you can't do that. So you are bound to certain things. And when it comes to eating, sometimes you can't eat that whatever you want, even especially in a family. If you have a husband, wife, children, and it's a family, sometimes for dinner, maybe you can't eat whatever you want because you have to eat with other people. You can't eat separately. See that deeply, try to understand you are not free. Before even go to practice these mental things, just imagine in even the physical world, sometimes you have no freedom to wear that what you want. So then how, knowingly or unknowingly, looking for happiness, satisfaction, just imagine then you are slowly get into a prison sometimes. And maybe, of course, in this conventional world, that is how we condition things. That is how we believe things. That is how we heard the story about life. So then we have to carry that story. But the thing is this, seriously, you have to take this question and look into yourself. Just imagine, sometimes, maybe you have to question yourself. Do you have freedom to wear that what you want? And sometimes when you want to go to a party or vacation, or sometimes maybe your husband or wife giving you clothes, oh, you should wear this. So you have to be nice and maybe you have to make them happy wearing that. And sometimes when they give the cloth, if you don't wear it, it's kind of like you rejecting their idea. And then what will happen? The whole vacation going to become full of drama, arguments, grumpy mood, and unhappy mind. All the party time, it's kind of like a unhappy mood. So you have to adapt and you have to kind of like please other people, and you have to kind of like do head massage while we are living, shoulder rubbing, can give some, foot massage and make other people comfort, just showing them that we do things to make them happy. But deeper, look into yourself, how far you can go. One day you may get tired. So then the very first thing, don't try to force other people, or don't try to put other people into that kind of situation. Give the freedom to them. Give that space to them. Let them to wear whatever they like. And when it comes to food, see, sometimes you can't eat that whatever you want. As I mentioned from the beginning, in a family, you can't eat separate. So then you have to eat whatever that other people eat. When we just imagine, then you go, maybe even you go for a dinner, or you go to a hotel, and maybe another person, husband or wife or children or parents, even everybody get a menu to their hand, and other person tell, oh, you should eat this today. Oh, then other person become helpless in front of everybody, maybe with the friends. And now you already told, oh, you should eat this. But if you don't eat that, it's kind of like rejecting that person. Maybe that person was waiting to eat something else, but now you are telling, oh, you should eat this. This is good for you. Or kind of like that. Maybe you like it. That doesn't mean that other person like it. Or maybe sometimes there are situations come, people can't make a decision themselves. But allow them to make that decision. Give that freedom. Try to encourage them to make their own decision rather than you are taking decision on behalf of them. So that is where you give the freedom to them. So otherwise, sometimes you don't have that freedom. See, then, if you don't have the freedom to eat that whatever you want, in conventional world, if you don't have the freedom that whatever the costume that you have to wear, so what's the point? How you can go into deeper, into mental practice? Because that the food and the costume, the cloth, those are very basic needs, these material things in the outside world. We can touch it, we can see it, we can make it happen. So if you can't find the freedom within that both, so how about this unknown, unseen, invisible, deeper mind? How we can deal with that? So that's why in this sutta mentioned, so these 7 factors of enlightenment, like that you can balance it, and you can select that whatever you want. You can master that whatever you want. Even in the morning, you practicing mindfulness one day, and in the very next day, in the morning, you take a conscious decision in the morning to practice investigation. And the third day, you take a conscious decision in the morning to practice energy and investigation. So at night, you practice tranquility states, concentration, and equanimity. So like that, you take, and you can practice it at any time. See, just sometimes, when you observe self, when have kind of like a retreat time, when all day, whole day meditation, sometimes in the morning, everybody very fresh, and everybody practice. And after lunch, sometimes they fall into sleep, they get tired, and listening to Dhamma around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock is not going to work for most of them. What they do during that time, they do chanting. So that help them to not to fall into sleep. So all the time, if you look, most of the temples, especially full moon days. This in Sri Lanka, 1-day retreat. Every temple have this 1-day retreat. Everybody go to temple. Look, most of the temple in every day basically after lunch, 1 to 3 around that time period, what they do? 100 years. Look into the history, chanting or discussion. So kind of like that. They never do meditation. The reason is they fall into sleep after lunch. See, that is kind of like it's built. We build a system, and now we go with it. But can you do a discussion early in the morning? Can you do chanting early in the morning? Can you do meditation after lunch without falling to sleep? Can you do the concentration? Can you do the rapture or the joy, kind of like a change, shift your mind factor to factor at any time if you want? It's a skill. You become master with this skill. So sometimes in day-to-day life, we are conditioned ourselves. Oh, I do only this at this time. I never do other things. So you become conditioned to it. There's nothing wrong with it. Conventionally, if you want to develop certain disciplines, and then it's okay. But as a habit, once you get into that, what will happen? You become a prisoner to that. So there are people, they eat things that other things they don't eat. No reason. They don't like it. So then just imagine there are no food. You get stuck with situation. Nothing to eat. So then what you going to do? So whatever they are, you have to eat. See that when the very first time, once the Prince Siddhartha attained to the Buddhahood, the very first time, even before he attained to the Buddhahood, that he left the palace and then he took a bowl and he used to go place to place and try to find some food, because he knew that is the way of the Buddha's life. And then that day he received many rice, vegetables, all mixed, from different houses. He go and begging food, and then finally he got all food then mixed together. And before he eat, and he felt so unpleasant about it. Just imagine he was a prince in the palace, when he eat, that everything smell nice, separated, and it's a kind of like a very pleasant. But now it's not like that. It's kind of like he almost vomit. But he himself and kind of like a determined, no, I am going in this royal path. Whoever walk in this royal path towards the Buddhahood, they all went through this. So I also go towards that. I also do that. See that he energized himself. So like that, when it comes to practice meditation, always remember, in the beginning, it is okay, you develop a structure, you go with the timetable, nothing wrong with it. But don't get addicted to timetable. Don't get addicted to structure. And try to use the mental quality, ability to have the flexibility at any time. If you want to practice meditation, without a cushion or with the cushion, you practice meditation. Even if this environment is okay or it is a busy environment, you practice meditation. So like always try to be master yourself with your own inner practice. Like that, whatever that the cloth you want to wear, you have ability to find it, collect it, and you wear it. Whatever you want, you have ability to eat it. So same like, use the same principle. That whatever the ability that you want to develop as a mental quality, and give a try to master it anytime, anywhere, with anything. You do it. So it's a good example during this Olympic time period that the Turkish shooter, and he came and without any glass or anything, earbuds or anything, jackets, nothing. He just came, took the pistol and shoot it. That's it. And later he told he's a shooter. Anywhere, he can do that. So that's the skill, that mastering the skill. So then yourself, can you practice meditation anywhere? Why you need always a very calm, relaxed, comfortable place? Why you always need the mountain? Why you always need the kind of like a very nice, pleasant environment? Why you always need your cushion? So that's mean you mastering the cushion, not the meditation. So master the technique, master the technique. Anywhere you go with any situation, you can do it. So that way, mastering and balancing the inner qualities will give the ability for you to uplift yourself and purify your own inner mind with higher profitable qualities. So with that, we are going to practice a little bit now. So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your body, please. And scan head to toes yourself. And mentally recite, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again and settle down with the breathing. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuntatu. Bless you.